Hi everyone, so I'm back with a great off-campus opportunity, and this one is with Trellix. So if you don't know by now, Trellix is hiring for Associate Software Development Engineer right now, which is a role fit for fresher. So this is a great opportunity for all of you people that are looking for a full-time job right now. So in this video, let's talk about the role and the requirements. Let's talk about the eligibility. And as always, let me give you guys some tips on how to get your resume shortlisted and eventually crack the interviews. So everything that you need for this is going to be within the video. So have some patience, watch the complete video, and then apply ASAP. The link to apply is in the description box. It has just opened a couple of days back. So make sure that you apply as soon as possible. And if you're someone who's having difficulty in off-campus placements, you're not able to get shortlisted, you're not able to get your resume shortlisted, you're not able to crack the interviews, or any other sort of issue you're getting in your placement journey, then you can connect one-to-one with me, where I'll personally help you, guide you, and we will work together to make sure that you're able to crack your dream company. I've already helped a lot of students in getting placed. You can check the testimonials out on my profile. So again, the link to connect one-to-one with me is going to be in the description box. All right, coming back to this opportunity, like I said, Trellix is hiring for Associate Software Development Engineer role, which is their version of SDE1 role, which is the entry-level software engineering position. And Trellix is a pretty great company to work at. It's a pretty decent company with a pretty decent pay. So surely it is something that you guys should give a try for. Okay, so let's start off with eligibility so you guys don't get confused. Eligibility here is pretty simple. If you have 0 to 1 year of experience, meaning if you have no experience, or if you have around 1 year of experience, meaning if you're 2025 grad, or if you're 2024 grad, 2023 grad, then you are eligible for this. Meaning if you graduated in 2025 or before, then you are eligible for this role. That is pretty much the eligibility. That is exactly what they've mentioned. And they've not again made it very clear, because ASDE is anyways a entry level role. So they've not specified anything, but this is what generally it means. Okay. So that is pretty much the eligibility. If you still have any doubt, feel free to ask me in the comments and we'll have a discussion there. Now, talking more about the role, it's a proper software engineering role, and they have mentioned a couple of keywords. They have mentioned a couple of technologies that they are looking for. But again, they haven't made it very clear. They haven't made it exactly clear that they're looking for this tech stack or they're looking for experience in this XYZ tech stack, right? So there are a couple of keywords. Of course, I'll give you the list of keywords in the description box, like I always do that. And you'll try to see if you can integrate them in your resume. If not, that is also completely fine. But there are very few keywords that they've mentioned. They haven't gone down to the nitty-gritty of it. So I'll give you guys the general suggestion, which I always do, that you can use to, of course, increase your chances of getting shortlisted. Okay, so the list of keywords that they have given or their expectation, those are in the description box. Just have a look at that. But apart from that, what I'll suggest to you is that you keep at least one full stack project in your resume. Okay, this is something that is essential for pretty much any company, because majority of the companies are looking for full stack developers. So when they say software developer, most of them mean either front end or back end, or proper full stack developer. Unless you go for a data role, or you go for an Android role, or you go for something which is specific, then there is more of a generic thing, like we're hiring for software developers, we're hiring for software engineer. 90% of the time, 90 to 95% of the times, what it means is that they are looking for full stack developers. They are looking for people who have front end or back end or any sort of experience, which is why I always suggest, no matter what role you're going for, if you fall under the umbrella of software engineering, keep at least one full stack project in your resume. This is essential no matter which company you're going for. If it's a product based company, if it's a service based company, if it is a startup, one full stack project at least is going to help you in getting shortlisted. Now, some few things should be there about that full stack project. Don't just keep any project, right? There are few things that you should consider while keeping that full stack project. First is that you need to deploy the project. Okay, so you should deploy the project where anywhere is fine, render, Netlify, wherever you're able to deploy the project, and then put the deployed link in the resume. That is something that will exponentially increase your chances of getting shortlisted. It will drastically increase your chances of getting shortlisted. If you're not putting the deployed link of your project in your resume, you are making a big mistake. The biggest suggestion is that you put the deployed link of your project in the resume. Because the project section, as a fresher, the project section is the most important part of your resume. I keep on repeating this in all of my videos. Apart from that, the full stack project should have proper front end, it should have proper back end. Okay, don't skip out on anything. Don't just focus fully on the front end and have a very basic back end, or vice versa. Make sure it has a proper front end, make sure it has a proper back end, make sure you're using technologies like React or any JavaScript related technologies for the front end. Make sure you're using JavaScript or Java related technology for the back end, something like Node.js or something like Spring Boot. Okay, so do this, make sure it has a proper front end and back end. And third point, make sure you integrate AI in your project. Okay, this is something that is very important. All of the companies right now are basically taking part in the AI race. All of the companies are investing heavily to integrate AI into their projects, to integrating AI into their products, whatever they're working on. So it is very essential that you're a part of the industry, so you become a part of the same race. I'm not saying you go knee deep into AI and you start learning AI algorithm, you start learning machine learning. No. What I mean simply, whatever full stack project you have, or even if you don't have a full stack project, you have an Android project, you have any sort of a project, integrate AI into it. Okay, what I mean by integrating AI, I'm not asking you to reinvent the wheel or do anything extremely big. All I'm asking simply is use Gemini API, use OpenAI API, and integrate it. Right? So it may be something as simple as generating an image or summarizing a bunch of notes or having a basic chatbot using Gemini API or OpenAI API or anything like that. But make sure your project has a bit of AI integration. This will help you not only for this role, it will help you for any company you go towards. These are some of the best advice you can get right now, and a lot of people are not talking about this. So make sure that you do all of these things to your project section, and with that, you'll have a great chance of getting shortlisted not only at Trellix but at every other company. Okay. Apart from that, if you have anything that makes you stand out, if you have open source experience, put it in your resume. If you have hackathon experience, put it in your resume. If you have a good coding profile, put it in your resume. You should have an achievement section where you have a couple of lines about what is best about you, a couple of lines about something extraordinary or even a bit extraordinary that you have done. This is something I suggest all resumes should have, a achievement feature. Okay, so keep this. This is about the content of the resume. Apart from the content of the resume, you have some general checks that every company's ATS will be doing. Now, these general checks consist of two things which are very important. One is the ATS score, second is the template. So the ATS score is very important. Go on Enhance CV, go on Resume Verdit, check your ATS score, make sure it is above 80 or above 70 at the bare minimum. Below that, you're in danger zone. It should be at like minimum, it should be 70. Like that is the bare minimum it should absolutely be. The higher it is, the better it's going to be, but bare minimum it should be 70 to 80. That is like a safe spot to be in. So make sure you have a good ATS score. I'll give you guys the list of websites to check your ATS score in. Of course, there'll be some deviation. One website will give you X ATS score, one website will give you Y ATS score. So what I always suggest, just take an average of all the scores and then try to keep the average above 70. Okay, so you can check your resume's ATS score for free. Many websites are there. You can easily do that. Don't make any excuses. Check your resume's ATS score and try to increase upon it. And if you want, I'll make a complete video about how to make the perfect resume, ATS wise, content wise. Okay, so you can ask me in the comments. If I get enough comments, I'll surely plan a video on that topic. Okay, apart from that, the template matters as well. Don't think the template doesn't matter. Yes, the template matters. If the template is not pass friendly, if the template is not ATS friendly, you're not going to get selected, no matter how good your content is. So you need to make sure that your template is proper, your template is pass friendly, your template is ATS friendly. Okay, you need to be careful about these things. Just use Jake's Overleaf template. It's a great template. I've given the link and I've given suggestion for everyone to use Jake's Overleaf template. It is one of the best template and it is very pass friendly. So just use that. Don't use any Canva photo kind of template. Just use Jake's Overleaf template. Okay, all of these things will give you great help in getting shortlisted. One more thing, you can go down the route of referral. If you know anyone or if you're connected with anyone working in the same company, you can ask them for referral with the job ID. Pretty easy to do, but don't wait too long. If you wait a couple of days, the opening will close and you'll still be looking for the referral. So give it a few hours, give it till evening maybe. If you're able to get a referral, fine. Otherwise, just apply directly. Okay. And while asking for a referral, you can use my referral template. The link for that is also going to be in the description box. Okay. Now, talking about the interviews, we've talked about the shortlisting criteria. We talked about how to increase your chances of getting shortlisted. Talking about the interviews now, what I'll be doing, I'll be giving you guys a list of interview experiences in the description box, a list of interview experiences of people who have previously cracked this company. From there, reading that, you'll be able to understand what the interview process is going to look like. And of course, with that, you'll be able to know how to prepare accordingly. But in a general sense, they'll focus on DSA, they'll focus a bit on CS fundamental, they'll focus a bit on your resume. It'll have a little bit of everything, but there will be a bit of focus on problem solving around medium range. Nothing too difficult, nothing too easy, around medium range. For specifics, of course, you can go through the interview experiences. You'll get to know a lot more from there. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Go to apply, go to the link, apply ASAP before it closes, and make sure that you subscribe, because I will bringing you guys a lot more off-campus opportunities. You can join my WhatsApp channel as well, and again, you can connect one-to-one with me if you're having any issues. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Let's see you in the next video.